Looking back at Ford's history, they made their fastest Mustang 6 years ago, and it starts with Shelby. Welcome back to another episode of ModStars. I'm your host Z. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And the carbon fiber track pack Shelby GT500 was introduced in the year 2020 during the pandemic, for those who remember. And it is an underrated and underappreciated car today. Even though it shares the same 760 horsepower and 625 pound-feet of torque of the base GT500, it's 60 pounds lighter, which makes it 289 pounds lighter than the Mustang GTD, while only having 55 fewer ponies. Now, based on this near 300-pound weight difference, do you still think the GTD is a faster car? Here's something to think about. Ford never released a Nürburgring lap time on the GT500. Why do you think that is? Do you think they spent the last 5 years making something completely new? What do you think the foundation of the GTD is, regardless of your argument about it being its own chassis and other things? Now let's talk about the new Dark Horse SC. It's basically a current date GT500. I mean, look at the aero, it's similar, and the power has increased by at least 40 horsepower. And I can almost guarantee you that it's heavier than even the base GT500 of 2020. And even though the official specs haven't been released yet, there's only one thing that surprised me about the new car. And that's this rear ring ducktail combo that's been claimed to produce more downforce at least 180 plus miles an hour. And that sounds a little silly when I hear this, because for anyone who's familiar with road courses, you'll know how hard that is to achieve on tracks in America. Laguna Seca, probably not going to happen. Sonoma, I don't think so. Road Atlanta, nah. Road America, maybe. And Coda, depending on how the car is geared, it might hit 170 and just hit a brick wall. It just depends on how the car is geared, the driver, if they increase the power during that run or whatever, right? With higher octane fuel, the list goes on. Now let's go back to the GTD really quick. I think the GTD will have at least 3 more updates before it starts to perform the way Ford wants it to. It doesn't even touch the GT3 RS, and it barely got by the GT3. And we know how it did against the ZR1. And Ford is testing new aero on the GTD right now for this reason. So for those who are new to this, or maybe interested in the latest additions to Mustang, the greatest example can be bought for 120 grand or less. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and share. If you don't know, now you know, but do what you want to do.